working way in. So I'm going to start with my, whichever colour I want on the outer edge, which I'll go for a blue. So I'm just going to put the blue on the sponge. And what I'm visualising, guys, is like there's an X drawn on her face. Okay? We're going to create a wing here and a little part of the butterfly wing all across this eye. Okay? So this is the area that we are painting. I'm going to deliberately avoid putting too much paint up here. So it's going to be like an X shape. If you can imagine this shape, like that.
Oh yeah.
Like that, okay? And on the outer edge, I'm just imagining the wing that I want to create. It's going to be quite rounded around the eye. So you've got quite a bit of space around that side of the eye. So I'm going to do the sponge there. Close your eyes, Barbara. And then I'm just going to put a tiny bit down here. And, you know, there's no right and wrong way of doing this. Like, you just do, depending on the shape of the person's face, you might want to do a slightly different shaped wing. And I'll just do a tiny bit there. Okay. Okay, so roughly we're looking, it's reasonably symmetrical. You've got some blue around the edge as well as mainly around the edge. So the next colour, I'm going to take another sponge. I'm just going to make sure I've still got enough moisture on the turquoise. I'm going to use a nice turquoise. So I'll start here and then just blend it into the blue. So I'm going to be going out. Okay. So start from the centre going out. And again here, just going to now this is a bit thick here, so I'll just go back in here and just get that going. Okay, so don't have to be very particularly fussy about the base. You just want it to look reasonably symmetrical, and you want it to blend, you know. Because with your line work, because it's going to be in a black, I'll probably do a black outline. That's where you're going to bring attention to the parts that you really want to stand out. Okay, so I'm just going to use a little bit of white towards the centre. Maybe just a bit over the lid there. Okay, so we've got quite an even colour on both sides. And then basically what I would do then before I do the line work, I'm just going to put a bit of glitter, and mainly around the edge. I don't really want it too close to her eyes, because sometimes the glitter can annoy the, get into your eye, and I try to avoid it getting that happening. So I'm just going to put a little bit mainly around the outer edge. Okay. And then I can start doing some detail, which is mainly with some kind of contrasting colour, and I always use the, like a tag black or the DFX black, because you can get that nice crisp line. So what I'm going to do now is just create some kind of a decorative line to go around. I've chosen size 3, a round brush. Okay, so this is where you can get as elaborate or as simple as you like, So I'm going to just get you to turn that way slightly, just like that. So I'm visualising that this is going to be the top and the side of my butterfly. So I'm going to create, I'm just wondering, maybe I could use the dark blue. Okay, I'll start this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this line first. And I'm using this finger as a support because sometimes you need a little bit of support when you're painting. Okay, so what I'm going to do is a series of here at the eye. I like to often bring it in because I want that to sort of be a focal point, the point of the eye. Okay, and then I like in the centre here because sometimes it's quite difficult to paint around the ridge of the nose, so I sometimes just do a series of dots here. Okay, so you could leave it as that, like that. What you can do as well is each of these points you could actually add some more decorative lines, like decorative dots, so it could be so you see that? You have dots. Okay, so that's an idea. And you can do it again, obviously the same on the other side. For the most part, when I'm out, I would probably leave it at that. You can keep on adding detail and other elements to it, but that's probably enough. And you might even want to go over the eyelid with a bit of black. So this, just stay very still, Barbara, and relax. And I'll just do a little bit of black over this side. And you have to wait for this paint over the eyelid to dry, otherwise you'll get some major staining, which you don't want it to run. So we'll just wait for that. You're going to have just to wait for a while until it dries. Okay? Okay, so we'll just wait there. So, sorry Barbara. So that is...